You were mentioning we are quarter of a century in like what, 2 weeks?
Maybe 2 weeks for you.
Yeah, 2 weeks for me, 3 weeks for you. This is a year apart.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
feel it?
Do I feel it?
Do you feel it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, one of the biggest lies I said growing up to my mom was that I would be young forever. But now things are cracking. Knees are aching, bro.
your shoulder bun up. Oh,
Bro,
man.
and I'm only 25.
Yeah. I especially feel it when my parents bring it up and they're like, oh my gosh, you're turning 25. Yeah, and then I'm like, wow, I'm old. Like if they're saying I'm old, I'm old.
But see, I don't know. I don't know if I feel old because my age or just because like high school's done and I'm not as active as I used to be. Because I feel like 25 should be like peak prime.
Like, yeah, 25 is like prime.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could say I'm old. We're in our prime. I'm just disappointed.
It feels old. Yeah. It feels old for the mindset. I'll say that. Like it's just. Yeah, I agree. Though. It's weird. Like, well, how long? Yeah, it's great. What was the year? I saw a study. I think the year. What is the worst year for your life? Like, there's a specific age that is not a good year to be that age.
The worst age?
Yeah.
I don't know, like 13.
No, like in your 20s. There's a specific 20 or there's a 20. Yeah, 23. They say 23 is the worst year of your life. I don't know why, but
that sounds stupid.
Like I can read about it a little bit. Elite daily lifestyle. But I've heard this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it says, without trying to sound dramatic, your entire being feels compromised. Science shows that your brain is on the tail end of its mental peak. Taken differently, it's at the beginning of mental decline.
What?
Oh. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that controls emotional responses, is at its height of formation, making us crazy with feelings. The rest of your brain, however, is retaining the information it thinks it'll use in the future and clearing out the rest. So no wonder 23 feels like one big mental mind F.
Okay,
so, yeah.
I wonder if that applies to like humans or just Western humans.
That's what I was gonna say too. I feel like it might just be because of our society and the things that we just indulge in.
Because I don't know. I feel fine.
I will say probably like
do you feel
just
stressed?
Life changing. No, I don't feel stressed. I think at that around maybe 22, 23 is when I kind of felt partially some of those things.
I don't know if I felt that.
I don't know if they.
I don't know if I felt it more than like average stress.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I like they have how many? They have 23 things here listed. Like I'll read some of them. They say you're at the bottom of the totem pole again. What is that in reference to? Oh, school. So it's like you had a ton of freedom in college and suddenly you feel like the freshman all over again because you're now becoming an adult. You're young enough to miss home, but too old to admit it.
See, that's not true. I'll admit it.
Yeah. all you hear about are kids your age changing the world and you're still just trying to figure your life out.
Yeah, see, this sounds like this sounds Western.
Yeah. Yeah.
This sounds like first world problems.
Nobody likes you when you're 23. What? This moodiness is reminiscent of a teenager's temperament. One day you feel on top of the world, like you finally figured it out. The next day you're back down, scrambling, wondering how you fell so fast. Don't worry, there's an end in sight. It's called 24.
You know what I think? I think there's like two sides to your early 20s. There's two types of people.
Okay.
All
right.
I feel like there's like the 23-year-olds who are more on the teenager type 23-year-old side. We've met those people. Like they be saying things and it's just like, how are you grown? Like,
why are you grown?
Right? And then there's the 23-year-olds who are on the more mature side. Right? So I don't know if I can fully identify with this article because
either.
I don't know if I feel like I was dumb earlier. But maybe I'm just dumb saying that. Maybe I didn't know.
No, I don't identify. For 23, the way you just described it, where it being like you were a teenager or you're like mature adult. That at 23. I kind of or like more mature, or at least mature for that age. I caught myself, I think, in the middle of that. I think because it was just that transition period.
So this article fits you then.
And then, a little bit. Like a lot of the stuff I was reading, I was like, oh, yeah, kind of makes sense.
Interesting.
But the cerebral, the brain stuff where it's like it's finishing essentially, what was it, like learning? Not learning, but I forget what it was. I just lost the article. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, whatever. You heard it from the previous, but that specific point was very interesting.
Well,
and if it pertained, because your brain starts fully maturing at 25. For guys.
Bro, we're almost there. We're almost full humans.
We are considered fully mature.
My wife can no longer use my underdeveloped brain as an argument piece because I'll be 25 and fully human.
Nice. That's the threshold right there. You hit 25, you made it.
Maybe that's why you feel old, because your brain fully develops and it realizes, wait a second, you're old.
We're done.
Maybe it takes your brain fully developing to realize you're old.
Oh, imagine that. Like we hit like 1 week into 25 and we're just like, dude, we're freaking... We're still so young at 24. We're 2 weeks out and 3 weeks and we're like, we don't get it. We don't get it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's jokes. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, we're getting there. 2 weeks in. Like I like having December birthday.
I did.
Like I'm 24, now. But
because nobody cares.
No. I mean in the sense that like I'm 24, but I'm a young 24.
Oh.
That's how I
don't even care about that stuff no more. I don't even look at that stuff no more.
Oh, really?
I feel like that applies when you're in environment of people that are your age, like school. Right? So like when you're in grade, whatever, you're the youngest of your peer group because your grade is your age group. But now it's like, I don't. Nobody cares. You're 24. You're not.
Yeah.
What are you? You know, the halves don't matter. Like no one says I'm 24 and a half. You know?
That's
So
yeah, that's like no. Those are like the people who want to be older. It's the equivalent to saying like I'm 6.5 or half feet and 3/4.
That still applies to height though.
Oh, okay. Maybe,
well, you're what? You're 6 foot.
I don't got a problem with that. I'm 6'1".
Well, there you go. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't matter to you, but for us that are not 6 foot, every inch counts, fam. I'm 5'9". I'm actually 5'8" and like 3/4, but I round up.
Nice. You know? Yeah. Round it up.
5'9".
I know math. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, today was a little, we were talking about this before recording, but it was a weird day that there was nothing to really talk about in the world, which is funny because there's so much going on in the world. I mean, there
is, but there's just stuff I just don't want to talk about.
Yeah, like, because we've talked about too much of it. Like COVID.
I don't care about car renting house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't want to talk about that.
I was that was funny because I was gonna bring it up last year, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna have a headache talking about this.
Yeah,
like
you can go find.
It's
that
not really
somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't go find it here. But and also this past weekend, as we talked about, we recorded. Last weekend we recorded a crossover episode with the Big Girl Panties podcast and Joel and his wife Nikisha. So that was a lot Joel's as well. Podcast, so we were, the Passionate podcast as well.
I got you, Joel.
And I've mentioned it tons of times. He doesn't
got you, Joel.
Anyways.
Continue.
Anyways, that also took up a lot of our time. So when we came today to record, both of us were like, I got nothing.
It's crazy.
We got nothing.
Talking so often leaves you with nothing to talk about.
I know, right? Back to back to back.
I had a question for you, though.
So today we thought...
I had a question for you, though, Eliott. Based off of our crossover episode. Now, you guys will see this episode before you see the crossover. So there might be some context missing, but the question is a good question. Eliott.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you feel like you have to have experience in something to speak about it or speak on it?
That's a good question.
Because context-wise, you were saying that in the episode. You were saying, I don't know, I've never been through this, so I can't speak on it. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment, but do you?
Actually, it's funny because I was looking back on the actual recording, and you are correct in that. Like, I think you can have opinions on things and not be able to experience it. You can have expectations, whether they are valid or invalid. So... Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it's wrong to have expectations and not have experience with them.
Do you feel like being in a room with people who have more experience makes you feel like you can't say your thoughts on something you haven't experienced?
Yeah.
Like, is it the equivalent to like walking into a kitchen and then talking about food to Chef Ramsay?
Yeah, you feel like you are just like, I got nothing. I got nothing. If I even
you don't want to be like say the wrong thing.
Yeah, right. Because then I'm just because it's like two couples against one single person and Shayna as well. But like it's like if I say something that isn't valid, it's just like, oh,
but it's always
shut
valid.
up. You don't know what you're talking about.
It's always valid though. That's the point.
Yeah. And it's funny because you'll notice that when we recorded it, for me, like, especially with that kind of conversation, it took me a while to get comfortable.
Vibe,
I eventually did get.
And then when he got his vibe,
I always do that.
He ran with it.
We're all friends, okay? You'll hear it when you hear it. But yeah, no, I think it was that. It was just figuring out how to approach that conversation because honestly, I was genuinely excited to talk about it. And then the moment hit where we actually started talking about it, and I'm like, I don't really have anything to contribute in this portion of it, is what I thought in my head.
I so think that's why there was like a lot of silence. Say what they think. I don't think you have to be a specific thing or a specific level of something to speak on something. Now, obviously, like, if you're not a brain surgeon, I wouldn't suggest going out and making claims on how to do brain surgery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But in like context of like us as humans and like the things we all deal with, I think you can speak on it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it was just,
that means you've thought about it.
You know? Yeah. And that was probably partially to it is that maybe I didn't really. Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't really probably think about it as much as I thought I did. And then as well as just, I think, just an added sense of nervousness, which in reality, I don't know why I felt that. I think you do think about it more than you don't. And that's why when you got in your bag, you were like on it. Because you have thought about it. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, yeah, like when that episode,
my unprofessional psychological thoughts.
Yeah, no, and they are valid. I will say that, yeah, when this episode comes out, you're definitely gonna want to watch the visuals for this one. We say that every week about it, but I'm like, this one's a fun one. This one was a fun one.
Bro, there's parts where you see me looking at Joel, and I'm like, yes, instigation, antagonizing. I was just trying to stir the pot, and then when it would start to boil over, I would look at Joel and be like, yes.
That's funny. But yeah, that episode will come out. We'll announce it. And I mean, we already put a couple previews out for it. So yeah, it'll come out when it comes out.
It'll come out today in December.
In December. Yeah, it'll come out before the end of the year. But today we thought, let's do like a 21 questions kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because we talk a lot about the stuff that goes on in the world. We talk a lot about maybe controversial topics, but we felt as though like, let's ask stuff that kind of engages like what we think about ourselves, like personally.
Yeah.
Things that we really think about.
Introspective.
Because it'll give us
Is that the right word?
Yeah. Introspective. Yeah. It'll give us a chance to, again, look into ourselves, but also for you guys to get to know us a little better. So yeah, I got all the questions because EJ right now can't look at his monitor. So I'm going to say the question and then we're both going to
eyeball microphone in front of my face. I can't see it.
So I'm going to ask some questions and then we'll in no particular order, and then we're both going to answer them. So it might even be more than 21 questions. I don't know. We'll see how the time goes.
It's a chill episode of questions that involve personal answers, personal thought.
Yeah.
And don't involve
some vulnerability. Yeah. No more Drake or Kanye. Okay. First question. And I'm not really going in order. I'm just picking one. Right. What should they teach in school but don't?
What should they teach in school but don't?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think they should teach about finances. And I think they do this now, like how to do your taxes and stuff like that. That's one of the biggest things. It's so funny to me because like grade 10 was like civics and careers. I don't remember half the stuff other than learning how to write a resume there. I think that if you taught these kids, yeah, like my resume hasn't changed from grade 10. I have to rewrite it eventually.
When I apply for a job, I just go in and they see me and then I apply. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Because if it's just off my resume, I don't know. I don't know how to fluff it up and make it look nice.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I think that if you taught like actual skills like that, it would benefit people. It would have definitely benefited me because I hear like now high school kids are learning how to do stuff like that or getting a better knowledge or understanding.
Are they learning that from school though, or from like just the fact that the world is more like
what do you mean?
Financial knowledge, financial education is kind of like a big thing nowadays.
So I think openly. It's that. Yeah, I don't know what the specific like curriculum is, but the fact that they're even offering something like that is crazy because like I think for a lot of us leaving high school at such a young age and with the limited knowledge of what the real world is like, we kind of made like some of us made good decisions, some of us made bad decisions when it came to finances. And so then like now hearing high school, yeah, we got courses like that now.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? We could have used that.
True.
So that's one of the things I think it could have changed. What about you?
I think what they should have taught us in school that they didn't. I think they should have taught us that, and this might be like a double-edged sword, but I think they should have taught us that post-secondary isn't the only way to have a successful life.
I agree.
But I say it's double-edged sword because it's school.
Yeah.
Right? So it makes sense that school is going to push you to keep going to school. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things I wish they would have taught us. Like not just financial, but business in the sense of like how to
entrepreneurship or something.
Yeah, or like how to find business in the things you like. I think they should have taught us or focus more on art, like the arts in school, because all the things that we enjoy in life are art.
Yeah.
You know? So like, I'd say like how to mix business and pleasure, even though that's like anti-business. How to mix it properly.
Yeah, mix it properly. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think there was a very big stigma around if you were in grade 12 and you weren't applying for specific universities or colleges, stuff like that. To the outside looking in, you kind of did seem like a failure.
That was me, bro.
Like you, yeah. So especially, and it's crazy. Like you're applying, but you got to apply to the right schools, which blew my mind. I'm like, what the heck is a right school? It's a school.
I feel like they force you to go just get an education, but there's no like real, like a lot of the times, especially immigrant parents, they don't care what it is you're doing as long as you're in school doing something. Right?
Yeah.
When in reality, you could be in school for the wrong thing. You could be in school for something that doesn't pay. If your goal, if your end goal is to get paid, you know,
it blows my mind seeing like first year people going into something and then they switch their major or they drop out, but you drop like 16 grand,
right? And now you're just in
just
debt
to discover.
For what, bro? I became a sous chef. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to culinary school.
Yeah.
I don't have a red seal. I have zero traditional education in cooking. But I became the sous chef.
Yep. It's the same thing with your mixing.
Yeah, you don't need school. You need education. But I do think education and school are not 100%.
They don't have to be synonymous. Yep.
But
I agree.
Fact.
Yeah. Yeah. What else we got?
Come on, give a good one, Camargo.
What do most people think about you that is absolutely not true? This is a good question. I like this.
Oh, okay. You answer first because bro.
I know exactly what you're gonna say, so I'll answer first.
We'll see.
I have an idea if it's what I'm thinking.
And then tell me what you think my answer is gonna be, and we'll see.
Okay. For me, it's funny. It's actually two things.
Okay.
And I get this a lot. The first thing is that when people hear me laugh, sometimes they think it sounds fake.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think like I'm just forcing laughter. It's like, no. I don't laugh at things that I don't think are funny.
It's because you laugh from like the depths of your soul, bro.
Yeah.
Like he builds up all the air in his diaphragm and relaxes his whole vocal cord so nothing but air is coming out. There's no resistance. And it's just a lot.
It's just a lot. So that's what I get a lot. I got that a lot from people saying it's like, why are you faking laugh? I'm like, I'm not faking my laughter. Like legitimately, this is how I laugh.
Yeah.
So if I'm laughing, it's genuine. It's not fake.
If someone didn't know you, they would think it's obnoxious.
The obnoxious or just fake, and you're just trying to fit in. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. A lot of people think that. It's not true. The other thing is, and I actually learned about this, and I didn't realize it half the time, is that I am sometimes it's people think I am very intimidating to come approach, which is weird to me. I didn't think that of myself.
People think that?
But I learned that. Yeah. I've heard it from people.
White people?
I mean, yes, but I mean, it was over the summer, and I've heard that also from a lot of people, like when I was at like a young adults group or something like that, when we started to get to know each other. And it was funny because one of these people I couldn't get a good read on if like, do you like me or not? And to be honest, I didn't really care. But then when I asked him, it's like, yeah, what were your first impressions of me? He's like, I thought you were cool, but like super like weirdly intimidating to approach. Like I feel like I couldn't come and talk to you. And I'm like, really?
Is it?
It's like, yeah, like you were just.
Is it intimidating or unapproachable? Because I don't think you're intimidating, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't think that either. At times.
Yeah, that might be it.
Because like you'll get in your bag if you're like. Here's what I know about Camargo. If he's not into a conversation, or if he's like in a place where he doesn't know certain people, he like gets recluse. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like it's like shut down mode, like rest mode.
He gets recluse into like a, not in like a awkward, like, oh, look at that kid in the corner, but into like a mysterious kid in the corner. Cause Eliott will go like on his phone. He'll have a face that says, I don't care. But in his head, there's probably a bunch of other stuff going on. So I can imagine that was that would be the feeling.
Yeah, that's probably a really good way to put it. And part of the reason why as well is because, like, again, I'm an introvert. So like it's very, like, for me, it's limiting the amount of conversation I can have. And especially like over the course of the summer where I have to be around like the same group of people. Love them all. I think they're all great, but I need recharge time. So when it's a consistent amount of time, then I'll just be like, okay, I need to just back off a little bit and just recharge because I can't constantly be talking like this. So yeah. Okay, I gotta think about what most people think about you that is absolutely not true. All right,
let's hear it.
My first, again, I could be completely wrong, but my first two things that I thought of was that people think that you're like, again, very mean or rude.
Well, dang.
That's what I thought you'd think. You think that people think about you, not you. Okay. The other thing too is that people think that you like just have it all together.
Really?
Yeah. Am I wrong on both?
Well, I'm not rude. I'm actually, you might be right on the rude thing. I'm kind of rude sometimes. But I definitely like, don't have it all together.
But I think it's just what I think other people think of you. Not what you really think about yourself. Those were my two things that I thought. Okay, what is your thing, man?
I get the first one. I get the first one. I'm a roaster, okay? So like, I like to roast people. I like to be roasted. I just enjoy a good roast.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe that could come off rude. I like to pick fun at people. All in like, I don't go for like the deepest shots. I like to pick fun at like the most surface things, but it's like borderline like, dang, you shouldn't say that, but I just did, so what? You know?
It's true.
But my thoughts, what I think people think about me that's not true, is that 2 A's, that I'm argumentative and arrogant. But I get why they could think that, because when it comes to like a back and forth or like a discussion about something, I get passionate. I get into it, right? And I'll come like, I'm very like bleh when it comes to like what's going on in my head. And I think it comes off aggressive. So maybe it's like a AAA. Arrogant, argumentative, and aggressive. Right? Aggressive, I'm a little aggressive. But not in like a mean way. You know what it is?
No, not at all.
I'm a Y kid. I grew up as a Y kid.
Yeah.
Right? A Y kid being the kid that just always asks why about stuff. Yeah. Right? And I used to get in trouble for it. Because I would ask it to people I probably shouldn't. And, you know, like, grandma would be like, don't ask me questions or whatever. And I'd ask my teachers why and all the time. And but that's just because I like to understand why. Like, I don't like to just know things for the sake of having a lot of information in my head. I like to understand why things are the way they are, which is why I like math, right? Because to me, math is like, there's one right answer, but you can get there a few different ways, right? So if I can understand why I'm solving something, an equation, it makes me figure it out faster or better if I know why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that, I think it's accurate in why they would think that, but it's not true. I'm not looking to be argumentative. I love to debate though. I love to like go back and forth and pick people's brains and wonder why people think what they think.
Yep.
And I think a lot of the times too, because I'm like, I'll have like an aggressive approach in my debates, which is really just me being passionate about it and liking to talk.
Yeah.
I think because it'll come across that way, people will then think I'm like attacking. When that's not what I'm not doing that. I just like to I like to pick brains, and I think really quickly. I speak quickly. Like if you listen to me on this podcast, like sometimes the words will come out faster than like I can get them out. So I'll be like, I you know, because like I process really, really quickly. So sometimes that too, like I'll talk over people, not because I'm trying to shut them up, but like, oh snap, I just had a thought. I don't want to lose it. Boom, here it is, you know?
Yeah.
But that question might be more than they can handle in the moment. So then it just gets like,
it's funny.
It gets overwhelming for, I guess, whoever is like receiving it. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like it's funny. The way I describe the way you process or think is like you're running, but you're thinking about what next steps you're going to take before you've even taken them. That's like it's like a chess game for you.
My brain is like speed. It's like speed chess.
Yeah, essentially,
really, really fast.
Right?
Like, especially like if there's like an altercation, some people will pause and be like, okay, I don't want to talk to the like let's say me and you have a fight, Eliott, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you will like wait a bit before you like address the situation because you want to get your bearings right. You want to make sure you're thinking straight. You want to make sure you have all the pieces so that you don't say something off. Whereas me, I'm more where I'll just like, let's deal with it now and process as we go. Because I can process quickly. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So it comes off aggressive.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, and that's the whole point. It's the outside looking in. But you are definitely one of the people that like debating is fun with you because it forces me to actually think. There are debating with people sometimes. It's like I saw one of the funniest quotes. Like debating a smart person is hard, but debating a stupid person is nearly impossible.
Oh, bro. Yeah, sometimes I've been trying to like I've been at work sometimes, bro. And I'm trying to like explain something to somebody and they're not getting it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh no. we can go nowhere. We're stuck.
Yeah. Right? So that's why it's fun because you definitely are one of the people that like challenge my thinking. Even on this podcast, you do that.
I'm a huge thinker, right?
Yeah.
That whole, like I said it before, that whole space, like whatever. I don't care if he went or not. Yeah. I just like to question the thought of things. I think. Priya, like it's something she's like learning as we're newlyweds. But like, I'll give you an example. See, I'm doing it. My brain's all over the place right now. Some people come home from work or a stress day and they want to chill and play video games. That's their relaxing, right? Some people want to come home, soak in a bathtub. Some people want to come home and read a book. Some people want to come home and do whatever to relax. Me, to end a nice long day, I like to have deep discussions, right? So I'll be chilling with Priya and I'll be like, what do you think about XYZ? And it's deep, right? And she'll be like, oh my gosh, here we go. And I'm like, what? I just want to talk about things.
This is how I relax.
I just want to know what you think about something, about this, about that. Why do you think the way you think? What do you think about this? Right? And a lot of the times it's like a topic that society agrees on as a society. Right? Because a lot of times people just be like, oh, I'm pro this because that's the thing to do. Why is it the thing to do? You know, I'm a Y kid.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Shout out to all my Y kids that get in trouble for asking why.
What it do?
I used to, my teachers, bro. Oh man, I'm just not like, fam. My brain is going crazy right now. I just like, listen. In grade 7, I had this teacher, Madame Pavic. Okay, I couldn't stand her, and I don't just like to do things because I'm told that that's what you're supposed to do. I like to find out what I'm actually supposed to do, and then do that. Right. Mm-hmm. So, for example, one day, and this was like, she was like a French immersion teacher. I grew up in Ottawa at the time. Right. So we were in the French class, and you know, like at the end of the day, like the last 5 minutes, you stand up, throw your chairs on your desk, and then wait till the bell rings. Yeah. Well, I couldn't stand this teacher to begin with. I don't know why I was in French immersion. I don't speak French. I don't know nothing about French except bonjour and or I just know bonjour, okay? And fromage. I know fromage. Exactly.
That's cheese, baby.
Right? So me and her, we never got along to begin with, because she was the kind of teacher that just thought because she's a teacher, she can just rule life. Right? I grew up with a teacher. My mom was a teacher. So I know what you can and can't do to me. You feel me here?
I feel you. She got you fromage.
So when she tries to power trip, I show everybody. I'll put her on blast and show her she doesn't have no power. Right? So for example, one day, it's like end of the day, line up, or not line up. We're standing at our desk, put our chairs on top of them, waiting for the bell. Right? So the bell rings. Final bell means school is done. You can go home.
Yeah.
Right? This woman, I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Good save.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. Right?
Jeez. Right? I've heard that one before.
And what do the students usually do when the teacher says that? They don't do nothing. They just wait.
They stay there until
That's not true though. You can't. Like, the bell dismisses me. You don't dismiss me. Right? So what did I do? I bounced. I left. Because what's she going to do? Touch me? No. Because unfortunately, despite what she's saying, the bell does dismiss me. I'm sorry that I have to break it to you this way in front of all your class, like your people.
Jeez.
But let me show you what your actual job is and when it's over. Goodbye.
Jeez.
Right?
Jeez.
But the thing is, I'm in grade 7. So how old is grade 7? Like 12? Right?
Yeah,
so that coming from a 12-year-old, and he's right, would piss some people off.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah, that was me.
Dang,
I just like to know why. I feel like Malcolm X. I want to stand in the class and be like, "Why are you guys still here? The bell rang. You can leave." But that's me. I fight for my people.
Oh, that's amazing. I fight for my people. The people who won't ask why. I stand for those.
Yo, man.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing, dude. Oh man. All right, here's another one. What are 2 things you should know how to do, but you don't?
2 things I should know how to do, but I don't.
I know. I think I know one of them for you. I got to think about this one.
2 things I think I should know, but I don't.
Like, you should know how to do. 2 things you should know how to do as an adult or just as a person, but you don't know how to do. Let me think about this. I'm trying to look around my room, see if there's something that I don't know how to do.
See, the hard part is the should know how to do.
Yeah, because what is that defining? Like, right? Like, let's just say something that you see like the majority of people know how to do that you might not know how to do yourself.
Jeez. But
this is a tough one.
But see, that's hard because like I be seeing people know how to do things, and I don't think it's it's a necessity. So I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but it's not like mandatory.
Yeah.
I think everybody should know how to start a fire from scratch. I don't know how to do that. Because God forbid something happens and we need to start a fire from scratch. we're gonna freeze, fam. I don't know how to start a fire.
It's true.
And then what else?
I think everybody should learn how to swim.
I know how to swim.
I know you do, but I think a lot of people should.
I won't drown if I fell into a pool.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone should know how to swim too, though. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Especially black people. Don't be scared of the water, fam.
Yeah. I think you're the only black person I've met that knows how to swim.
Jeez. Joel would argue that.
I talked to Joel, okay. Him almost drowning, I dispute that. I dispute that, Joel.
He just forgot for a second.
Prove
That's
it.
What he said. He knew how to swim.
His body forgot.
He just forgot. Oh no, I'm gonna get a phone call.
I'm dead. We've dodged it this long. You're gonna get one. I don't know.
That you should know how to do.
What's something?
But don't. That's hard.
It is. I think for me, if I had to equate it, it would probably be a lot of cooking stuff.
I think you should know how to cook. Oh
yeah,
regardless of
for
gender,
me, I can.
I think everyone should know how to cook.
Yeah, that's probably my thing. Then it would probably be learn how to cook, like better. I know how to cook, just not as skilled as I would want to.
Eliott, if your parents were going to be gone for a week, and we said as a squad we're coming over, you're cooking for us. What would you make? What would you do? What would be how would you feed us? And buying food is not an option. You have to actually make something.
Carne asada. Easy.
But that's just.
I know how to barbecue.
Well, what else with it?
I'd make chimol with it. No, I'd make chimol. I'd make rice. Chimol is like, like ceviche?
Yeah. That's like the raw something?
It's just it's tomatoes, green peppers, onions, some parsley, put some lemon lemon, salt.
It's like pico.
Yeah, essentially. But we call it ceviche, or no, we call it chimol.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd have that. That's kind of like your salad because I don't particularly do salad with that. I do rice.
You know how to make good rice?
And then probably like some. Thankfully, I do because of my mom. My mom seasons that ish like it's no one's business. I don't make the best
rice. Priya makes great rice. Whenever we have rice, I just let Priya do it.
Yeah. That is one thing I know my mom has taught me well is how to cook rice.
I've never perfected my rice. You know why? Because I've always cooked rice in industrial kitchens in huge, so it's just big batches. So making a regular people-sized portion of rice, I always mess it up.
What I have on my TikTok now, my feed is now just recipes for food. So now I'm like on my days off, like I want to just go a day and just buy ingredients and
bro, you know what you should do? Find recipes of foods that are not from your culture.
Yeah.
And then like have a day and be like, I'm going to try and make sushi. But do like shrimp sushi or like chicken or soup or whatever. Because you don't like seafood.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next day be like, I'm going to try and make, I don't know, some Mediterranean dish. And then you start learning. But
yeah, no, I agree. What about you? What's the thing that you feel like you should know how to do but don't?
Besides the fire,
I can answer this for you, but I feel like I'm kind of putting you on blast.
Okay, say it. What is it?
Shaving.
Like I just can't do it like perfectly. You know? Like
that's okay though.
Like I can shave to get like rid of everything and have a clean face. Right?
That's what you described it, but you want to keep
but like
stuff.
To be able to make it look.
That's hard. Don't get me wrong. I had to learn.
Fam, I ain't got no daddy.
That's hard.
It is what it is. Ain't nobody teach me.
I listen to the listeners listening. I have offered to do this. He thinks it's going to be weird. I don't think it's weird.
It would be weird for me.
I am more than happy to show you.
It just would be weird.
I can't change your mind on that.
I feel like it'd just be weird from anybody my own age to teach me how to shave.
I don't think so.
I would have to learn it from somebody that that's like at least 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you 100% can.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it would just feel weird. I would feel like you're rude.
Comment down below if you want to see me teach EJ how to shave.
You're rude. I'm thinking about it right now. You'd be like, okay, so this is this, and I'd be like, you're rude. That's all I'd say the whole time.
Even as a child,
the whole time, you're rude. We could it could be successful. I look in my face and be like, dang, that's nice, but you're rude.
But you're so rude. I get that. All right. If you could be born again and choose what nationality, gender, and race to be, what would you choose?
Japanese.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. I love their culture.
Oh, I'm just saying it for the looks.
Oh, I just chose because of culture. I chose because of culture.
Think there's a certain swag that comes with the Japanese. You ever see the ones walking with their hands behind their back?
Oh yeah, like streetwear for them, like
the beard, and they just look like if you mess with them, you might get chopped.
Yeah,
I want that. Black people be like, oh, if you mess with them, you might get shot. I want to look like if you mess with me, you might get chopped. You know? That's how I feel.
Okay, don't get shot, get chopped.
Exactly.
That's funny.
I feel like a chop is worse than a shot.
That's
you know what's coming with a shot. With a chop, you don't know how you're gonna react.
True.
In your neck, fam, nah.
I like it's just one shoulders.
Right? You just.
It's true. Yeah. So I mean, that's that question. I probably choose some Asian nationality for sure.
But chances are, Eliott, if you get reborn and switch to an Asian culture, you're gonna have to eat seafood.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Are you sure? I don't have control. Are you sure? Because you're rude when it comes to seafood.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we should. Okay, you know what we should do? We should film Eliott trying seafood for the first time, because he still hasn't tried it. I know everybody that's been listening knows about your issues with seafood. He still hasn't tried the lobster.
Yeah,
he's rude. I'm gonna say that the whole episode.
We need to do that. That's fine.
We should do that.
All right, I'll do it if you shave.
But I know how to.
And I show you how.
I just can't
No, I will show you how to.
I just can't
No, we're keeping stuff this time. I'll make that deal with you.
Listen. I don't feel like that's a good deal because he already said he's gonna try lobster. So we already have a deal in place. We're just putting it on video now. If your gripe is just putting it on video, I don't need to take this deal. You still gotta eat the seafood regardless.
All right, I will think of something else.
I'm like a defense lawyer. I will block everything you try. I'm not swimming with no sharks, Eliott. And you're not teaching me how to shave.
Yeah, that is funny. This was more of a deeper one. What is something that can't be taught and can only be learned with age? Maturity?
No, that's not true. I seen some old people that
there's some old
still
living in their mom's basements. They're just immature. Yeah, what it is. But
it's not even living in their mom's basement. I'm talking about just you talk to them, and when you hear them talk, it's like, how are you like an adult? Yeah, like you think like a child.
All right, I got to think about this one.
That can only be taught with age.
Mm-hmm. How much have they learned from their life so far, and how much do they acknowledge the things that they still don't know? That's a really good question.
Age. Ooh. Wisdom can.
Wisdom is like
because wisdom is an ever-growing thing. No one can ever be fully wise. You can be a wise person, but you can't like know all the wiseness. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Wiseness-ticity-ism is constant. With age. Ooh, that's a hard one.
I know. I'm trying to think about it right now. They're like they don't have. It's just a small description here.
That can only be taught. I don't know, fam. Because I feel like there's a lot that can be taught, but it just depends on like your maturity level. So like, what
That's
if you're
what I
like,
mean.
what if
That's
you're
why
like
I brought
young,
maturity up.
but a mature young? I don't know. That's a hard one.
I know.
We might have to come back to that one. That one's deep. I don't want to
All
leave
right.
too many
Yeah, that
pauses
was a
in this
really deep
episode
one.
thinking about that one.
Right. I'll come back to that one.
Jeez.
What's another one?
Come on, Camargo.
Oh, well, we kind of answered this a little bit. How much do you know about the world outside of your country? If I'm being honest, precious
Probably
little.
Like 10%.
Yeah, if anything.
I don't even know about like my.
So I like.
Like I've never even been to Jamaica.
Is that something on your bucket list that you want to go to? You want to go to Jamaica?
Yeah, to see the place. I don't want to go in the bush. I got no desire for that.
I had no desire at all.
You just be walking and see a mongoose just. I'm cool.
I'm cool with it. No, that's one of the things that at least for where my parents are from, they were gracious enough, and I was blessed enough to actually go and learn about where I was born and not where I was born, where my parents were born and the place that my culture comes from, which is nice. But other than that,
is your culture
the only really other place that
I just had
sorry, go ahead.
Having a random thought again. I was gonna say, is your culture's cuisine your favorite cuisine?
Salvadorian cuisine.
That's your favorite food?
Yeah, if I had to like in terms of like, actually that's tough. Because I really I really love Italian cuisine, like a lot. So that's it's. If I had, I
don't think Jamaican is my favorite cuisine.
Like for me, like Salvadorian cuisine is like my comfort food. It's like my go-to if it's like a rainy day or something like that's the food there. That's like my go-to. I'll eat. If I had to pick one food to eat like consistently, I'll always fall back on Italian. Italian food I just love. So I like Italian. That's kind of my thing.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I like seafood, but seafood is not like a culture. It's
not
a lot of cultures use seafood. I don't know. I like Indian food. I think Indian food is tough.
Did you like Indian food from the jump, or was that something when you were like when I
started
discovered it with?
And I was like,
that's what I was gonna ask.
You know why? Because growing up Jamaican, it's a lot of like Jamaican food is great, but the great food in the Jamaican cuisine to me, you can't have all the time because oxtail is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Neither is Krigo. Like
just
you
us.
can't have these things all the time, right? So the all the time stuff would be like just rice and peas, and I'm not a fan of like parboiled rice. Like I'm not a fan of that. I grew up growing up because you have it so often. It's like, oh my gosh, I need something else. I'm not a fan of bully beef, bro. Like, if you don't know what bully beef is, just Google it. You'll see.
Just Google it.
I'm not a fan of it. My mom loves it. Yeah. So like Jamaican food when oxtail's on the table or like it's like a event. Yes, I love it. A regular day.
Yeah.
Nah. But then I discovered the Indian food, and I was like, "Yo, okay, this is tough." But see, I like Asian food too.
Asian food is really good. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
If I had to, let's change the question a little bit. So then, if there was a place right now you could pick and you can go to right now, where would it be? We've kind of answered this a little bit, but where would you go?
A place I would go. Heaven.
Like to learn about a culture, right? Nice. Good save.
Focus, bro. Focus.
Yeah.
A place I would go right now.
like to discover a culture? You have. I'll give you like a month.
I don't know.
You can go there.
I don't. Yeah. I didn't grow up on. I wasn't a traveler growing up, so I don't know much about enough cultures to be like I want to go there. So I'd just be happy to go anywhere. If someone just sent me somewhere besides North Korea, I'm cool with it. Actually, you know what? I don't. See, my dad is half Guyanese, so I'm a quarter Guyanese. I would like to visit Guyana, but that's like close to the Amazon, and you know the Amazon, like it'll kill you. So like, I might have to go somewhere a little bit easier first and work my way up to the Amazon. So like Iceland, you know, I feel like that's like, or like New Zealand. It's modern enough where like I'm not too removed, but it is different. So like that's like a good place to put my foot in the water on the whole traveling thing. And then as I progress, I'll be like, okay, Amazon jungle, let's go shoot some tarantulas. You know?
Yeah. This is a little morbid, but kind of funny. What inscription do you want on your gravestone?
Last name ever, first name greatest.
FBs get money.
No.
No. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
I don't know the exact words, but something that has to do with just like genuineness. I want people to remember me for not being no fake. Whether you like me or you don't.
Yeah. That's all you put, no fake. I ain't
Real-ish.
Real-ish.
No cat, no kizzy.
Do you know what I'll put on my gravestone? Alrighty then.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I like that. It's morbid, but it's
just
funny.
For you. I'll put that.
Funny.
Yeah, it's morbid, but here I've thought about this tons. I don't want people like it. We're not having if when I die, it's not a morbid day. People are celebrating.
It will be.
Yeah. Like I know it will be, but like it's not.
That's so hard.
I saw one of the funniest
because people don't. A lot of people don't know how they react to that until they get to it.
How do you react to death?
I don't know. I slightly know, but like when my uncle died, but I was so young, and I wasn't like super close because he wasn't around that often. So like I felt it, but I don't know how it feels from like somebody like close. So I don't know. I can imagine how I would react, but I can't say it's concrete because I just don't know.
I've learned, like when my grandpa passed away, I am a person, I have learned that it's funny. My mom calls me cold sometimes when she sees when stuff like this happens. When it comes to death, it's way easier for me to process in a really weird way. It's like, once I know that it's a fact that like this has happened, I will mourn. And then I'll kind of just not move on in the sense that I'm going to forget, but I don't, how do I say this? I don't rest in the moment of like sorrow. And people think that's cold. Like people don't think that it's like, oh, you don't really feel anything.
I mean,
like,
depends
no, I'm just,
on why though. Why?
Yeah,
why
like for me, it's just
talk to Dr.
Well,
Phil,
for the people again, Dr. Phil. No, so for example, the reason why for my grandpa was never afraid of dying. So because of knowing that, and when he passed away, for me, it's like he wouldn't want me to kind of have that mindset.
How close were you with your grandpa?
Or think that way? Very close.
Like extremely?
Like he lived in our house. Like he lived in our house. Yeah, he lived with us. And because again, as well, he only spoke Spanish. So that's how we communicated. And because of that, we got close. And it's the same thing with all my, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did he pass from like old age or like
old? No, there was an actual, I think like something medical. I don't remember.
Did you see it coming? Like
what it was
it a surprise?
No, No, like it was like it happened and it was just like prolonged over time.
That's
so
what
we
I
knew
mean.
it was
Like that's what I
eventually
mean.
coming.
Like were you guys preparing for it? Because you might react to like an abrupt one that you weren't ready for.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know how I would react to something sudden and abrupt because so that's probably it. I'll give you that. Like for me, just knowing that it was much easier for me to process and be cool with it.
I mean,
right?
Yeah,
it's like the same thing. Yeah.
I think that would make sense.
But
I think I would react that way if I was preparing for it. Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. That's hard to answer. That's one of the things where like if you don't have the experience in it, it's hard to say what you would do because you don't.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You really don't know.
Maybe that's the answer to the age thing.
Just experience?
No, what was the age question from today's episode? About that.
It was the
that you learn only through age.
Yeah, what is something that can't be taught that can only be learned through age?
Okay, I would say how you deal with death.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, you will eventually come across death at some point, and you can't know how you deal with it until you deal with it. So maybe that's an answer.
Actually, I came up as I was thinking about this one. Probably the thing that I would say is like perspective.
Yeah, true.
I think that, right, as a young age, you're limited to what you really have to do and experience. But once you get older, your perspective on certain things change. How you want to live your life, how you want to interact with people, what you want to do. Who are you? And I think your perspective changes as you get older. Can't really learn that as a young age.
That's hard though, because I'm like, some people just like don't care. Some people are not woke to different perspectives, Eliott.
That's true.
Like, I don't know. This is my brain, bro.
It's running all over.
It's everywhere right now. It's in 5th, 4th, and 6th period.
Yeah. This is a question here. I'm going to answer it in one go. And so it's like, what is a cause that is worth dedicating your life to? Lord Jesus Christ.
Not a cause. Is that a cause?
The cause of spreading the gospel?
Is it a cause, though? What is a cause? Hold on, Google it. What is a cause?
What?
I know what because means.
A principle, aim, or movement that because of a deep commitment, one is prepared to defend and advocate.
Say it again.
She devoted her life. A principle, aim, or movement that because of a deep commitment, one is prepared to defend or advocate. Example, she devoted her life to the cause of deaf people.
A principle, aim,
or movement.
You think that falls into that?
I think to an extent, I think it does.
A principle,
I think it does.
Aim, or movement.
But I get what you mean. Like to us, we wouldn't see it as a cause, more as like a relationship with God.
Yeah, I feel like if it's a cause, then you're talking about like the religion
aspect of it. Okay,
the building and not the body. You know, I feel like that becomes a cause where you start fighting things that don't matter in that sense.
Yeah, materialistic things. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that one.
All right, I'll pull up another question in the meantime.
No, I'm saying I'd have to think about like if Christianity is a cause. But my answer to the question though.
Oh, like a cause you would
cause that
want
I would
to
want to fight for?
Or not fight for. What was the exact phrasing of it?
Make oxtail cheap again.
Yeah, what is a cause that is worth dedicating your life to?
Yo, anyone who knows though.
Oxtail is expensive.
I
learned this through you.
A cause I would dedicate.
What is a cause that's worth? For people to just enjoy movies for being movies and not get so fixated on reviews. That's my cause right there. Fluff all you reviewers. Leave it be. Just watch it. If you hate it, move on.
I would fight for freedom. But like in every aspect. So like, like the whole cancel culture, even free from stupid societal things, like legit freedom, like think for yourself. I would fight for that cause.
Yeah. What's another one? Well, let's do we kind of been doing some deep ones. Let's do a fun one.
One more good one.
Okay.
One that's gonna leave me like, oh snap.
Yeah, I know. I gotta think of that one. Talk about a time where you failed in life.
Way too many times, bro. You guys have heard the stories of the performances that didn't go well. Like way too many, fam.
Talk about a moment where you failed in life. I got a lot too.
I mean, failure is the word itself. Yeah, like I failed in the moment, but I didn't fail at life. How you fail at life?
No, you said this. You can't fail at life. You're born. You're alive. You're winning.
I don't know if anybody can fail at life.
Yeah, you said this,
right? So, I failed in things, but I didn't fail at life.
Okay, what's something, the most significant thing that you felt like you failed in, that you like felt for real?
But I don't think like that though. I take my L's and I'm like, okay, I learn from them and then I move on. So I genuinely don't be thinking about failure like that.
Interesting.
I only fail if but even in like a video game, if you die, you respawn. I just try again. I legit don't be thinking like, oh dang, I failed. Cause I didn't. It's just that thing failed. Let me try something else, or let me try again.
This is kind of a funny one. If you could say anything to one person in your life without any consequences, what would it be?
Anything to anyone without consequences.
Without consequences, what would it be?
Oh, I got a list of people I would talk so much smack to, bro. I have a list. I'll give you my list. Listen, okay. Kourtney Kardashian. She's on. Oh, that's right. Yeah, on my list. I can't stand her. Carl from The Walking Dead. I can't stand him. Okay, you don't like the show Arrow, but there's this girl on the show named Laurel. I can't stand her. There's a few people. There's a few church folks.
They ain't there no more.
Yeah, but they might be listening. I don't want to talk. I don't want to start beef.
I don't care.
But I would say like, listen, like, okay. There's some people in life who have accused me and you of things that we didn't do, Camargo.
Oh my.
If you know, you know. If I can have my way with that, with people, I would go off, bro. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I believe that, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is so vague for you guys listening, but I can't expose the person. But if you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about, Eliott.
I know exactly what you...
I would go off, bro.
Woo!
Stupid.
Oh, man. Who would I say without any consequences? Probably that high school professor or teacher who I had. He literally told me and two other people that we wouldn't succeed in life. I'd talk off on him.
Bro, do it now, fam. Which teacher said this? What's his name?
A physics professor in grade 11.
Put him on blast.
I don't want to say.
What school did you go to?
Mr. Gillowitz.
Mr. Gillowitz?
Central.
Fuck you. Where'd you go? You went to Central?
Central.
Oh, so there's a lot of people that went to Central. You might not be the only one. You might start a cause.
Oh yeah. This is my cause.
Get him out.
Yo, get him out.
Get him out of here, man.
Get him out. To that, this is just gonna be my gripes right now. This, like, we're in our feels right now. Who else? Oh, that girl on Bumble who didn't respond to me. Yeah, I already said kick rocks, kick further rocks.
Why are you so upset at her though?
Who else? Because you can just say no, move on.
But why are you so upset, Eliott? Did she hurt you, fam? Eliott, are you okay?
No, I'm just
Eliott, are you okay?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine.
New cause. Pray for Eliott.
Ask Jesus to touch his life.
Are you okay,
man, that's
Eliott?
funny. Man's is good. Don't worry.
How do you know she didn't like? You don't know. Like, what if she lost her phone? What if she got kidnapped? What if she's no longer with us? Eliott, you have no clue.
She posted last
Oh, dang, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Never mind, you right.
That's what I mean. She's still. That's right. Kick rocks.
Yo, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, but man.
I appreciate that for her. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
I got no one else.
I mean, we had an hour of questions.
Yeah.
This was a light episode.
I mean,
this
hopefully
was a light
you got.
episode.
Yeah,
we didn't have anything crazy to talk about. So we,
And it's good. I think we needed a break from it. We talk a lot about stuff, so we
decided to switch it up this week, though. So
yes, that's right.
This week, I'm doing the intro for question of the week, but I want to finesse it though. Hold on, let me think.
Make it your own. Make it your own.
All right. No, I don't know how to do it. It's time for question of the week. I'm gonna just put some sound effects that sound dope. Question of the week. That's what Eliott does.
You gotta say
question of the week.
There you go. There you go. All right, question of the week. This one was funny because we were talking about food and stuff.
I love food questions.
There are no consequences to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if there was one animal on the planet that you would want to try, what animal would that be?
That you wouldn't get shamed for trying?
You would not get shamed for trying. You're not getting shamed. What animal would that be?
That I wouldn't get shamed for trying.
No, you're not going to jail for like animal activist rights or anything. You're not getting shamed. I didn't even know that's a thing. One animal. You can get charged for eating certain animals.
Really?
They're like endangered or stuff like that. Yep.
What do you think them big cats taste like?
wait, what big cats?
Yeah,
like
a
lions?
tiger or something.
I don't know.
What do you think
you need a tiger?
Bro, I would try them all. What do you think a rhinoceros tastes like?
That meat's gotta be tough. Like triple F. Tough.
Yo, like jerky straight off the bone, yo.
Like, for real. I was like, I would try like elephant.
No, I couldn't eat an elephant.
Too cute?
I couldn't eat anything that shows emotion, fam.
Wait, what?
Yo, you ever hear them?
Hold up. Heck.
You ever hear the stories of elephants that get sad when like another elephant dies? Or like an elephant's taken away from its family at a young age and then reunites with it years later and it cries because it's overwhelmed with joy. I can't eat no emotionful animal, fam. I couldn't eat a dog. I don't know if I can eat a dog. Because they show emotion. A cat I can eat. Cats don't really.
I feel like there's no meat on them bones.
A big cat.
It's just fur. A big cat. Oh, a big cat. Like Garfield.
Bro, everything has fur. No, not like Garfield.
Like Garfield.
No, not like Garfield. That's a big house cat. I'm talking about like a big cat.
Oh,
like a predator.
Like a tiger.
Like an apex.
Yeah.
This guy said Garfield. What?
Because you brought up dogs. It's be like, I'd eat a cat. And I'm like, what? You went from like 0 to 100 there.
I would try. Actually, I don't know if I would try a hyena.
Hyena.
I feel like a hyena is like the crackhead of the animal world. I feel like you eat that, you're gonna get a disease.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No matter how much you clean it, you're gonna catch something. Yeah,
and then you'll hear the laugh as you're chewing it. You know. Right? I couldn't eat a monkey. I could never eat a monkey.
Would you try gorilla?
No, that's a monkey, fam.
Oh, that's not a monkey.
A gorilla's a monkey.
Hang on, let me check if that falls under that category.
Of course it does.
Actually, it does. What am I saying?
It's a monkey.
What am I saying? Yes, it does. It's a monkey.
I try a horse.
I think I try horse too.
Right by the leg. Ooh.
Horse jerky,
Would you try flamingo? Real talk, if there was no judgment for any of the animals, I eat them all.
Yeah.
Except for the ones with emotions. So no monkeys.
With emotions.
No dogs, no elephants.
Yeah. So animals out there, if you're watching, drop a smile or something and we'll avoid you. We won't.
No panda bears.
Oh,
you ever see that meme or that video where the baby panda sneezes and the mom jumps? After I seen that, I can't eat that. It jumped. It reacted to the sneeze, fam. I can't eat nothing that reacts to a sneeze.
That's true. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, we've listed pretty much every animal, so let us know in the comments what animal you would want to. No consequences and no shame. If there was an animal you would want to. I'm going to be surprised if people actually answer this question. Shark would be,
because that's endangered and it's frowned upon to eat shark.
Would you try killer whale?
I feel like it'd be like biting rubber.
Yeah, it's all
whale
blubber.
Skin looks like Batman armor. You feel me? Like it just looks like dense. I don't know if I want to chew on that. Actually, shark skin looks like that too. I don't know if I want to try shark. I changed my mind.
If I feel like if I bit into it, it'd be like biting into like a tire.
Yeah,
I feel like it would not be fun, right?
Or like that black stuff they put in the cracks on the road. That tar. Yeah,
asphalt.
Tar.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll pass on that.
Yeah, so let us know what animal. No judgment from us. I can't promise.
I'm not saying no judgment. Like if you say something I didn't say it and it's a wild animal, I might judge you.
I might judge you a little bit.
Dang,
I won't.
About that.
He
That's
might.
Crazy,
Yeah. Yeah, have some flamingo.
Would you try flamingo though? What color do you think flamingo is?
I'd try it.
Minus the wings. You think they're actually pink?
No, I feel like it's just like chicken, like regular, just whatever pink meat.
We should Google it and see what kind of people have actually tried flamingo.
Who has eaten flamingo? We'll find out.
Try capybara?
But that's a cute animal.
You wouldn't eat a capybara is a cute animal?
Capybara is the smiling one, is it not?
It's just a giant rat.
Yeah, but have you seen them smile?
A capybara?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different animal. Never mind. Yeah, capybara looks like...
smile, fam. And if they did, it would be scary to look at.
Yeah, they got like their 2 buck teeth. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of a different animal.
I couldn't eat a minx. I couldn't eat nothing that fits in the palm of my hand and has big eyes. Yeah, I don't know, Eliott. This is a tough question, G.
Yeah, right? That's what I mean.
Nothing that's cute.
We're going to see if people answer this.
Nothing that's cute. If the animal can do the Puss in Boots eyes from Shrek, I can't eat it.
I can't eat it. Don't give me this question of the week power again, because I'll ask these questions.
I can't do it. I'll eat the ugly animals. I can't eat the cute ones.
All right, sounds good. Jeez. But anyways, let us know if you guys got topics, comments, things you want us to let us know. You can DM us on Instagram at conflict and interest. You can also email us at conflictandinterest@gmail.com. Follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well. Leave a written rating on Apple Podcasts. It really does help boosting promotion and advertising for the show. As well, we're on YouTube. Full visuals will be up there with all the timestamps as well for the specific things that we're talking about if you don't really want to listen to the whole thing. As well, that crossover episode that we filmed, it's going to be up soon. Hopefully by the end of it will be up by the end of the year. So we'll let you know when it's up. But yeah, anyways, EJ, where can they find you at, man?
Instagram, this is Juwan at 96.
That's right. There you go. Easy peasy. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you guys next week.